with my introduction to Mac OS X for Windows users. This one's going to focus on creating media using Mac OS X, using some of the hidden tools it has in there. So let me just bring up a screen here. Here's the photo, iPhoto thing, just to have something to screen capture. So to capture the screen on Windows, you have a print screen button, but that doesn't exist on the Mac keyboard. Instead, the keyboard shortcut is hold down Command, Shift, and 3. And you should hear that photo shutter. And after you've heard that, you should see here on your desktop, it will say screenshot, and it will give you the time that the screenshot was taken. So if I double click on that, it opens up the screenshot in Preview. Preview is what's used to view all of your images and PDF files. And as you can see, the crop tool is already selected, so you can just go in here and crop whatever you want. And then you go to Tools and crop it. All right, and then you can save it to whatever format or well, whatever place you want to. It's going to be a PNG file no matter what. Okay, so that's how to take a screen grab. All right, very useful to a lot of people, at least in my group here. The other thing is, if you want to record video and audio, the Quicktime Player, as you can see here, if you go to File, you have several options. New movie recording. If you have a webcam attached, you can make a movie directly from a webcam. Pretty self-explanatory. Just hit the record button and start speaking into the camera. New audio recording is the same. It just records audio as soon as you hit the record button. And what I'm using right now is new screen recording. And once you do that, it will capture the entire screen, whatever you're doing on the screen, and it will also capture the audio. So make sure in your system preferences, under your input, that you have the correct audio input selected, and you should see the audio input meter rising and falling as you talk. Okay, so that's the basics of that. The other thing I wanted to show you is under Applications, Utilities. If you have the most recent update, I believe it's the Snow Leopard update, you should see the old quote-unquote QuickTime Player. This is basically the QuickTime Player Pro they used to put out, the paid version of QuickTime. The thing I like about it is that it has several extra options. You can edit movies right inside of this. For example, if we go and open a movie that's on the desktop here. Okay. So as you can see here, you can edit the movie directly from within the QuickTime Player. It has these two little handles here. So you can kind of just select certain segments of a video, Command C to copy it. I'll go Command N to create a new video, and Command V to paste it. And then we'll take another section over here. Okay, I'll copy this part, Command C. I'll select this new movie, and then wherever the playhead's at, I'll hit Command V, and now you can see we've started editing together a new movie entirely. And then you can go ahead and you can save that movie out. If you save it, it's just going to be sort of like a placeholder. You'll need the original movie in order to view your edited film, but if you export it, you can make an entirely self-contained movie. The other thing I like about this is you can also create a movie from a sequence of images. Open image sequence, because I do a lot of animation and I render a lot of still images. So, Chinese dancer thing I did before. And as long as the images are named in sequence, it should go ahead and just import those for you. Okay, so as you can see here, yep, that was the animation I did a long time ago for that Chinese project there. Okay, so and I didn't have, the thing I like about that is that you don't have to open up a project in Final Cut or iMovie or something and save the project and go through a bunch of steps. You just open this, go to Open Image Sequence, and then you can just go ahead and export your movie. It's very quick and easy to do. If you do need a dedicated video editor, the Mac comes with the iMovie software, and I won't go into this too much. As you can see here, I had a video file in here. This was my animation of the smoke monster from Lost. But I won't go into this too much because it's basically a full-on video editing software package, and it would take up quite a bit of time. But just to be aware that it exists, iMovie. The other thing that exists that's a pretty useful tool for creating media is Garageband. So we open up Garageband here. And the thing that's good about Garageband is you can make music with it, but also it has a thing built in for creating podcasts. So I'll create a new podcast. Okay. And as you can see, you can have multiple voices. And so I won't go into this too much either. Like I said, you can add voice tracks and whatnot. You just start recording, and once you're done recording, you can actually reposition these audio files. You can have two people talking. Oops. And so as you can see, you can kind of go ahead and you can kind of synchronize these different audio tracks, and you can add music and whatnot. You can also drag in photos from your photo library, and then you would be able to create an AAC enhanced podcast, which is basically a podcast that has graphics synchronized with the audio. But again, you can go into the GarageBand documentation to view how that's done. I just want to let you know what tools are available. Okay, so those are some of the basics of creating media with the tools built into Mac OS X.